Welcome to Miss Well Energetic. My name is Brianne Gittins, and I am the founder and the host of the Miss Well Energetic Network. Okay, this is a big topic for me right now, and I thought I would discuss it here on the network. So let's get started on navigating being in your 20s as a millennial or Gen Z woman, or should we say like just I think we should just say general, just Gen Z millennial. This is for anybody. This is actually technically for anybody. So let's get into this video. This video is about the current hardships of being in your late 20s. There's so many hardships that we're going through in our late 20s. I feel like being 20 is not fun. It's not nice being in your 20s. It's difficult being in your 20s because of a lot of things. And we're going to get into that. But this climate for being in your late 20s, I'm currently 28 years old. I know, I'm 28. I remember turning 25. And now I'm at the end of the line now. Like, I have one more 20. I have 29, and I'm done. I am heading to 30. And I'm one of those people that my life is not where I thought it would be. I didn't think I'd get married or have children or anything like that. But I thought I would be a career woman. A successful woman. I really thought that would happen for me. And it didn't happen for me. None of the things that I wanted when I was younger happened for me. And that's okay. Like, I'm not going to be depressed about it because society changes, you know? Society changes, and you change as society changes. I've changed a lot. And what I thought that was acceptable is now, what? Why did I think that was okay? I'm like, no, I don't know that life anymore. Yeah, like, old me versus new me does not want that anymore. Navigating being 20 is tough, and we're going to talk about it. And 20 is definitely a time to make mistakes, learn, process, make more mistakes, grow, and be broke. Or if you are one of the few, or maybe a lot of them, I don't know, I don't experience it, privilege, maybe your 20s was when you thrived. You had everything at your fingertips and your life was like that. A lot of people, if you're an average girly, I talk to the average girly, but because I'm an average girly and that's the point of view I want to come across as, because I'm average, I'm not wealthy. If I want something, I have to make it happen for myself. I don't have anyone really to make that happen for me, and it's something that I have to do for myself. And it is definitely it's definitely tough when you have to continue to do the work. So let's get into the number one thing that you need to navigate in your 20s is your late 20s is the economy and the job market. Real world doesn't like you. I'm going to be honest. Let's come closer. I'm going to get closer. Because I think this is a more personal chat, and I think that I should be more personal with you guys about that. The real world doesn't like you. She will never like you. He will never like you. The real world is against you. It is. Like, the real world is against you. And it's hard to get into the real world in your 20s. Some people have it easier than others. There is a line, and there are multiple questions, and some people are ahead of you, some people are behind you, some people are in front of you, some people don't even qualify to be on the line. There's a lot of 20-year-olds. There's no one path. There are billions of 20-year-olds, and there is billions of different paths you could take. And there's not a line. There's a line, and everybody starts somewhere, and there are so many places you can go, and there's so many places you can't go. So, and it starts with privilege, and I'm not going to get into that right now, because privilege plays a factor in how you start. It does, and you can't lie. I'm like, if you have privilege, you could start faster, you could get to the line quicker, or you could get somewhere. Privilege is a big topic. It is. And we're not going to get into that. We're talking about the economy and the job market. The economy for a 20-year-old right now sucks. Because if you want to... Level entry is the problem. I in this economy, as somebody in their late 20s, I'm like, level entry? I can't even get a level entry job. I feel unqualified for a level entry job. But technically, I qualify for a level entry job. But... society is telling me that I can't get a level entry job because this society wants skilled workers, and I'm not a skilled worker. I need someone to give me a chance. That's where I'm at in my life. I just need someone to give me a chance, and that's like me begging. I feel like I'm physically begging someone to give me a chance, and it's hard. Why do I have to beg for a chance? I'm going to continue to do the work because I need a job. I need a job. We all do. Like, we need jobs until you make it. And you make it takes time. And you need a job. This economy is really hurting young people in a way that you can't make enough money to live on your own. So you're working, but you can't afford your housing in this economy. You can't. You'd have to save for years, and then you're going to go off, and you're going to lose all your savings because your rent's expensive. So, like, you don't win in that way. But the economy is definitely affecting young people, millennials, Gen Z, become adults. Independent adults, you know, becoming adults today. I feel like that the success is having your own home. That you're renting, maybe you bought, is success. And a lot of people cannot reach that level of success because they're not getting the low wages is causing them not to hit those milestones. And if they don't hit those milestones, their life is changing. Their life is stagnant. They can't move on because they're not making enough money to get the life they want. Let's talk about the job market a little bit. The job market is really terrible. It's difficult to get into a corporation by yourself. You need to network. I'm actually going to start networking now because I need to network now because I'm like being a piece of paper I have a piece of paper here. Being a piece of paper on someone's desk is not, or being on a computer and AI vetting you and you have to get the AI words correct for them to even pass your resume to the recruiter. Yeah, it's a lot. That is a lot. And the job market is very competitive. You have applications going to 1 to 2,000. 2,000 people you're competing with. Indeed is very oversaturated, I should say. Like, to a point where, like, everybody goes to Indeed. There's not a lot of job postings on Indeed for careers, I find, because I find they're going to LinkedIn or they're going to other places. And a lot of the jobs they're doing unique ways to get candidates hired or doing the process. And you have to really do your research. And job searching today is taking 6 to 12 months to get a job. So if you want to get a job in today's economy, you have to be prepared to work full-time at home job searching. You have to job search for 6 to 12 months to get a job. So it's difficult. And if you work in tech, they're replacing them with AI and laying people off to save money. Less overhead you have, more money in the profits. Yeah. So we're done. It gets depressing. So let's get into number 2. Number 2 is it's hard to reach milestones. I did talk about milestones in my last little economy job market. That does affect milestones. You can't reach milestones if you're not making money, good money. You know, they're saying 100,000 is poverty now. 100,000 is like, without a career, is not even achievable. You can't get 100,000 without a career. Maybe if you're doing like social media, or you're doing some sort of online business, or you're doing freelance, or you're doing something that can make you that kind of money, yeah, you could make that. But if you were like the average person and you're using earned income, using your time to make money, yeah, it's not the same. It's not really. Think about it. Yeah, 100,000, that doesn't line up together. So I think the average is 50,000 a year. That's like average, but people make less than that if you work like $17. No, not 17. It's $18 an hour now. It's less. You're not making that much money. Yeah. And minimum wage is going up. So minimum wage in Ontario, Canada, is going to be $16.55. I think that's the number it's going to be. Yeah. Off of $15.75. I don't know. I don't work minimum wage. I'm not looking for I don't know minimum wage. Do your research. Check the government of Canada for that specific number. I don't apply for minimum wage jobs. Sometimes they don't even show the job, how much you're getting paid, so you don't know. Yeah, so reaching milestones, I will never be able to reach a milestone if I cannot get a good job. So it's kind of hard. And I feel like success today is owning your own apartment, having a car, and that's success. Like society, having children and getting married is changing now. You can't, like, if you're not making a good amount of money, you can't date. Right? You can't date. You would not be able to date somebody if you're not making a certain amount of money. So you don't date, you can't get married, you can't, like, move on in those stages in life. So there is a lot that's affecting reaching milestones, and there's so many milestones to hit. For me, I'm a late bloomer. I'm praying, let's manifest this together, that I could move out sometime in my 30s, like maybe halfway through my 30s. I kind of want to move out, but like I don't know that's feasible because right now I'm still unemployed. I went back to school this year. It's just a journey. I know, guys, it's just a journey. I know, like hitting milestones is difficult. There's like not an answer. There's not like a right answer to hitting those milestones, because you can't hit those milestones if you're not getting a good job. Number 3. Oh, we just discussed this, and we're discussing. We just discussed it, but we're discussing it again because I feel like this is success. Moving out is success today. Alone, no roommates, no anything, just alone is success. That is success. That means you're making a good amount of money. I feel like if you were living alone, you need to make at least $6,000, and the average person does not make that much money. Right? If you're doing social media, maybe if you're doing social media and you're working a full-time job, you could afford it based on the deals you get. But a lot of people are not hitting that. I make zero money online. I hit zero. Like I hit zero online. I'm looking for earned income, and earned income is difficult in today's society. But moving out is a sign of success. Number 4, setbacks. setbacks happen more often in my late 20s because I think life gets real. You feel like an adult. I felt like I didn't feel like an adult till I was 27. Really, I didn't feel like an adult till I was 27 years old when I had a full-time job. I did not feel like an adult. I felt like a teenager because I still live in the same room I've been in since I was 12 years old. I was 12 years old. This is the room I'm currently in. I was 12 years old. This is the room. This is the room. Like, I can't, like, I'm still living here. I have definitely changed here up. I'm trying to turn my bedroom into apartments. Delulu is in my head right now. I'm like, I try to think of my life like a Gossip Girl because I love doing that. I'm a manifester. I am a romanticizer. But I've had many setbacks. I feel like they come in your late 20s because a lot has happened in my life. I was in college for 6 years and then I left college with no plan, which I recommend you do and I recommend you don't. At the same time, I think it's good to have like a job, something lined up before, maybe an internship or something after you leave college. I left college in a pandemic, so I really had nothing lined up. And I think that is the setback. That is a setback, but I also had a learning experience, and it is 3 years past now, officially. I'm 3 years post-grad, and I am worse off than I was 3 years ago. So I was like, I'm actually worse off now. Yeah, it's crazy, but like now, it can't hurt me mentally because I've been through this process so many times where like I've had a position and now I don't have the position. So it doesn't hurt me anymore. I'm not like depressed about it. I was depressed about it. And now I see my life, I see my setbacks and not hitting those milestones as a turned up lifestyle. And a lot of people are living a turned up lifestyle. If you do social media, that's an alternative lifestyle. If you're doing freelance, that's an alternative lifestyle because you're not clocking in the normal hours. So alternative lifestyle is something I want to achieve. A couple of years ago, you talked to me, I would have mind working the 9 to 5 grind and having the office. I wanted that so badly. Now I want flexibility and I barely want to work. I want to travel. I want downtime. I want like months and months of downtime, then clocking every day. I know it's like weird to say that. I was like, I'm a workaholic and I want to clock in less. Yeah, I do. I really, really do. Okay, number 5 is poor cycle mindsets. I think the poor cycle, if you're not wealthy, if you're middle class, average girlies, you're working middle class. And that's what we are. And that's what we do. We are part of the poor cycle. And being part of the poor cycle, I definitely want to talk about it on YouTube more. I have to do my research because there's so much to the poor cycle that I keep learning every day. So I'm collecting it. I feel like I'm poor cycle. We're told to go to college, get a good job. You could get a house. You can get married, have kids, have money to live. And that is the goal. Not today. That playbook is old. That playbook is so old that we had to throw it in the garbage and tell everybody that doesn't fucking exist anymore. Because it doesn't exist anymore. That playbook's old. Fuck that playbook. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just passionate about the playbook. That playbook's really bad. It's not a good playbook. I wish it was a good playbook, but it's not. So you gotta drop at the poor cycle, and you gotta figure out how to live your best life. Because that is kind of the cycle that we've been told to live. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm starting not to listen to what society's telling me to do, and I'm starting to live my own life. And sometimes I'm gonna have it together, and sometimes I am not. I am a fully functional person. I'm just living my life. And I'm in the process of just living my life. And I'm working towards things. Mindset is everything. You need to invest in it. You need to invest in education, educating yourself. As an adult, you need to educate yourself. Continue to educate yourself. You need to, I wouldn't never say buy a course, because I don't believe in buying courses, because I'm like, I'm paying all this money for a course. What is the return? Yeah, so I can get a TED Talk on YouTube or listen to anything, listen to a podcast for free. So I think about that. Educate yourself, keep going, know that it gets better with time. And your future self will be proud of the work you have done so far. Number 6 is invest in your lifestyle. I think it stems from your lifestyle. Everything stems from your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is your everyday life. When you wake up till you go to bed, that's your lifestyle. Invest in your lifestyle. In my late 20s, my lifestyle is more important. My lifestyle is my slow mornings. I like food, like good food. Like eating good food is so important to me. I have stopped with materialism. But if you like materialism, invest in materialism. I think you should treat yourself, but you always have to think about the future. Is savings important to you, or buying that or doing that? Because I feel like personally for me, buying little things add up so much. I was buying little things. I'm like, $500 gone. I'm like, what? Like, how's the money gone? I'm like, I just been buying everything like $10, $20. I'm like, it adds up very quick. Money, everything that was worth 4 years ago is costs 10 times more. I kind of avoid spending money on things because back in the day, things used to be cheaper than now. You know, I go to Tim Hortons, if you're Canadian. Tim Hortons, they have some in America and abroad. But when I go to Tim Hortons now, I'm looking at the price tag and I'm like, whoa. I used to buy a bagel for $1.75. It's $2.30 now. It's the same product, a little bit smaller, but the same product. I'm like, that does affect my lifestyle. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, should I be spending my money on that? I could buy a bagel at home and get it customized the way I like it. Yeah. Invest in your lifestyle. Invest in your drinks. Invest in your bath products. Invest in spa essentials or self-care essentials or a water bottle, like a Stanley. Like, invest in this stuff. You don't have to constantly be buying this stuff. This stuff is good. Reusable is good because you can reuse it multiple times. You don't have to constantly buy things. Yeah, a lifestyle is just important. Can you afford to travel? Can you afford to... What else is a lifestyle? Can you afford your job? I think that's, people are asking yourself that now. Like, there's a lot that goes into your lifestyle. Does your 9 to 5 benefit you? Do you have time for yourself? Do you have time for your well-being? Like, stuff like that. Can you work out? Do you have time for friends and family? Like, stuff like that play a factor in your lifestyle. So I think heading to my late 20s, I'm always like stepping in the 20s. Late 20s? I know, I can't believe it. But like, heading to my late 20s now, I'm investing in my quality of life. You know, I'm trying to invest in my sleep. I'm trying to invest in my time. I'm trying to invest in what's important to me, where I want my energy to go. You know, food is important to me. And that is my main priority. And stuff like that. So, invest in your lifestyle. Number 7 is our last one, would be change how you live your life. This is hard. Like, that's easy for you to say. I'm like, it is easy to say. But it's not easy to achieve. I think you gotta change your life. I think someday you gotta wake up, you're like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm doing this. You gotta just cut yourself a cold turkey and be like, I'm gonna do this. That is my future. That's everything I need to do. I think it's important sometimes to cut yourself off. Change your life. Your life, you have one life, and it takes time to build it. to create it, to build yourself up, to get the mindset to live the life you want to live. And I think that today, that's what we need to focus on. We need to focus on how to live our best lives, you know, and we need to be responsible, take care of business, but also we need to live. We're getting older every year, and every year things happen. Every year life gets a little harder. It keeps getting a little harder. It keeps getting a little harder. It keeps getting a little harder. But the way you live your life is up to you. Those challenges shouldn't affect how you live your life. And you shouldn't let it affect how you live your life. You can modify anything. You can modify how you live your life. It's very unique to you. Modifying can be maybe I go to an expensive gym, I go to a cheaper gym. Like stuff like that. You can modify your life. You just have to do the work and do the research. Because for me, I'm modifying my life as a way as I'm investing in modifying is I am modifying materialism. Materialism is not for me anymore. I am investing in what I need to live at home. Because my home is my oasis. My oasis. You know, my oasis. Bunbury. I call it Bunbury. Bunbury. This is my place. During the day, it's the work. And during the night, it comes alive. The lights come on. See, I got all these lights? See, I got the lights? Like, it comes alive at night. So that's, yeah. So, living your life takes time. But you could take small steps to achieve it. You got to feed your soul. Sometimes you got to take yourself out of your place and take yourself somewhere else and renew your energy, your perspective. So that is a general statement. It's how you take it. It's how you work it. You know, be resourceful. How to live your life is being resourceful. Being resourceful what you have and what you don't have. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.